Hey folks, and welcome back to Shaggy's Car Shop. On tonight's episode, we're continuing the work on my Serpentine Belt System here. So I think we're going to try and get this tensioner pulley that I'm envisioning right in this general area into place and go from there. So without any further ado, let's get to it. Alright folks, so this is the tensioner pulley that I came up with. It did not have a bolt, so I had to go find a M10 by 1.50. I just kept it metric along with the other lovely pulleys on here, so that way if you're replacing anything in the future and it comes with a bolt, you shouldn't have to mess with it. So this is a part number 39371. It's a tensioner pulley off of, I want to say a 17 or 18 Silverado, just with a 5.3. And it's what I did is I drilled and tapped the center hole, and then it's got this lovely little nub over here so it can actually mount into this plate, or I guess on a timing cover or wherever it actually mounted on the vehicle. But it's slightly bigger than a 1/2 inch, and the biggest drill bit I got tonight is a 1/2 inch. I tried to, grind it out a little bit, but I'm just gonna have to go pick up a bigger drill bit. But I got it on there good enough for purposes of doing this video. Let's see here. That's what I'm looking for. I'll be right back with you. Need my clamp. So basically all this is a piece of the same steel left over from the center cutout, and what I'm envisioning is something along this line. Now right about there is where that brace goes back to the block, so I can feel it hitting, but let's see, we want to go about there. Try and square it up just a wee bit. Nope. Something like that. Yeah, give or take right in there. I'll get this a little square when I weld it in. But now I'm envisioning my keep saying water pump, power steering pump somewhere right in there. So the belt will come across, come up, wrap around here, hit this tensioner pulley, and drop down to the crank. Now this tensioner pulley moves this way, so hopefully, because my straight line for my belt should be right in here, so hopefully I will get some good tension off of this. Yeah, I should really get another clamp on here, but I don't think I can. I might have to tack it a couple of times and hit it with a 1/2 inch wrench just to see how far, because I mean my movement over here is that far on this side, but that probably equates down to about here. So should work as I'm envisioning, because it's going to pull this belt up tighter, whereas it'd be down over here. And then again, my power steering pump somewhere over in here, maybe down a little bit. Keep all my pulleys below this edge. But once the clamp's out of the way, then I'll be able to work that. But let me see here. I think right about there is where that is going to live. Something like that. Should work pretty good. Let me pull up my welder. Actually, let me pull this off. I just had it on there loose. That way I got room to weld. So as you guys can see, it's just another steel plate. And again, I'll round off these corners, weld here, weld all the way around to the back side. So it should be good and solid. That's that little nub I was talking about. Maybe if I take, no. I just got to get a bigger drill bit and run it through there. I was thinking about just grinding a little bit off here, but then God forbid you break down on the side of the road and need to replace this, then you're going to be in a world of hurt. So let me do it the right way. I'll come back another day and just drill this out, but it works for the purposes of now. So let me get this squared up how I want it. Well, that's saying I cut square anyway. I'll be. It's actually pretty square. It don't look square. Probably because that's my cut line on the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, let me burn this in quick. Or actually just put a few, I don't know, like 3 tacks up top here. And then we'll put that pulley back on and kind of give you guys a rundown of how this might work. Alright, I'll be right back with you. Alright folks, so I got that welded on there, part of the way anyway. Again, once I get this all figured out, then I'll clean this up, finish up all my welds. Try not to overheat it. Believe it or not, you can warp this thick of metal. But let's see, where was it? Oh yeah. So this tensioner pulley basically is going to drop right down like that, and then if we pull that down, you can imagine a power steering pump pulley right there. Just like that, or something like that anyway. So then your belt, let me see if I can grab a clamp and loosely clamp this up here so everyone can kind of see what I'm going for here. I rightly don't know quite where my power steering pump, if I'm going to kick it out off to the side over here, try and work through this thick metal, mount it in there, I don't know. But let me grab a clamp somewhere. Way too close. Let's go about there. Sometimes I wish I had about 3 sets of hands. Make life a lot easier out here. There. Well, didn't even think of that. Got it clamped up here. Should ram my belt through it. Alright, let me get the belt through it, around it. Something about like that. There. Throw that one under there. Something close. And let's see if it'll work like I want it to. Yeah, I mean, I can only do so much with my hands, but I'm just seeing if this will tighten up good or not. It should. Might have to move this power steering pump back a little bit, but it's kind of the general idea anyway. Alright folks, that's it for tonight's video. Hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned a little bit. Again, this part, tensioner pulley, this is where I'm going to mount it, you know, so it goes from there to there, something like that. It'd be interesting. I'll have to make sure I get a pretty tight belt to get it on there. But on my next video, I think I'm going to be working, ooh, it's still a little warm, working with my power steering pump over in this general region. Yeah, that one's going to be interesting because I really don't know how I'm going to get it in there or on here. But kind of started with the easy parts, you know, my idler pulleys, the plating, tensioner pulley. I mean, I guess it wasn't easy figuring out what part would work, but the easier portions. Yeah, other than that, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.